Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Happy Wednesday. So, I wanted to come on this video and talk about the importance of acknowledging your wins and your successes in life. Because I think that a lot of times we are told, that not to do that, to be humble and to, basically dim your light. But I believe that whatever it is that you are making progress on in your life, or uh, a win can be anything. It doesn't even have to be some big thing. It can be, I woke up this morning, I got out the bed this morning, someone smiled at me, or I smiled at this person. Like, a win could be anything that you found the good in. Like if you wake up with the intention of, I'm going to see the good in my life, I'm going to see the good in this day, or really reflect on that, that's a win to me. So I just wanted to share 3 reasons that sometimes why we don't acknowledge our wins and our successes. And so one reason is we're afraid to shine our light, because we think that it might make somebody else uncomfortable if we shine our light. So we decide to dim our light in different situations and experiences around different peoples and environments, to make other people comfortable. We put other people's comfort level before our own, instead of just walking unapologetically in your light and who you are and what you are, and not being afraid to shine. Because honestly, it really isn't just about, hey, look at me, I'm shining, I got my light lit. But it's also about who is inspired by you with your light, and not even just what you're saying, but just simply seeing you, or your presence in a room. There may be somebody in there who just needs to see that in you, and it may move them and inspire them in some way. And I believe everything that we are doing it's not just for ourselves, it's for other people. So yeah, that's one reason why we don't shine. We don't acknowledge or celebrate our wins, because we dim our lights, and we put other people's comfort level in front of our own. And we even start questioning ourselves about that sometimes. I mean, I know I went through that before several times, but I'm thinking of a particular example. I remember I was, doing some work with girls empowerment, and I was speaking in front of this group, and there was a particular lady in the audience who just wasn't feeling that. She was, honestly, I later learned that she was upset with herself, because the thing that she saw me doing, she hadn't done yet, but she wanted to do. And so we ended up having conversations later. But before that, I was like questioning, well, who am I? And questioning myself, and deciding, should I dim my light to make this person comfortable? And that was before I was really confident in myself and what I was doing. So we cannot just dim our lights to make other people comfortable. You need to just shine unapologetically and be yourself, which gives other people the permission to do the same. And if those who are not ready to receive your light, they will fall away, and so that's one reason why we don't acknowledge our wins or celebrate our wins. Another reason why is you don't have a consistent ritual or practice to acknowledge and celebrate your wins. Maybe it's something that's, optional. Maybe I'll celebrate, maybe I'll acknowledge it. Or sometimes we're just on the go, and we don't take a time to pause and say, well, look what I did this today. That was something huge. We're just moving. We don't pause to just reflect on that win or that success. And one way that I do that, every single night, I journal, and I write down today's wins, and I bullet point. I list all of my wins for that day. So, and again, the wins are about, how do I see the good in my day? What was something that happened that was good? So it don't have to be, I made this big accomplishment, but like, again, it could be, I made eye contact with this one sister and we didn't even speak, but we had a little connection there. Or, this brother opened the door for me, or anything that you saw the good in your day is a win. So I take time out to bullet point all of those things every single night to acknowledge my wins and my successes. And so, you can have a daily practice to kind of acknowledge what you're doing. And then at the end of the year, you have these long lists of things that you have acknowledged about yourself and your progress in life. And it's just fulfilling. So, see who's on. Hey, Cherise. Hey, sissy. Good stuff. Yeah. So then the third reason is why we don't acknowledge our successes and our wins is that maybe you don't have a support system, or maybe you do have a support system to do that, but you don't use that support system. So and that support system could be your sister friends. It can be a intentional time that you connect with your sister friends to say, hey, here's my wins and my successes. What's going on with you? Let's talk about those things. And not even just your wins and successes. Sometimes we need to talk about our challenges, right? We need to have a safe and sacred space to do that. And so you want to have trusted community to do that in, and so that a place where you can be vulnerable. And my circle is so small, but I know that I have a few sisters who I can call and I can speak and know that they're not judging me on the other end. Knowing that they're holding loving space. And my sissy Monica, who's watching now, she's one of those sisters for me. And so being able to have a support system where you can, not just solely acknowledge your wins and successes, but again, have a support system where you can be vulnerable, and to, it can be sister friends. It can also be, for me, I do this with my clients. So when I'm working with private coaching clients one-on-one, and when I'm building out my or running my Magnetic Woman Mastermind, one of the first things we do on the call is, what were your wins and your successes? What are your wins and successes, and what are your challenges? And we hold space for that, because I think a lot of times we spend too much time talking about the challenges. That's why this video, I'm trying to acknowledge the wins and successes, because it's easy to talk about what didn't go right, what went wrong today. That one person that cut me off when I was driving, or this sister who said this, or whatever the issue is. It's easy to go into that vibration and to talk about the issue, but when do we have an intentional practice and time to talk about my wins and my successes and the good that's happening in my life? And so that's something that, again, I do with Magnetic Woman Mastermind, and with my private coaching clients, and just on a regular basis with my sister friends. Let's switch the gears. We got to switch gears and breathe some life into our successes and our progress and the things that we are doing well. Because it's easy to start self-sabotaging ourselves about what we haven't done, or what we didn't do, or we didn't quite do that the way we intended to. And a lot of times we're just being hard on ourselves, and it's all in our head. So yeah, those are, some 3 reasons why we don't acknowledge our wins and successes. And so, yeah. So I just wanted to share that. I'm checking my little notes. So I wrote down some stuff. But a lot of times I just be on do not be following it verbatim. So yeah, does anybody who's watching on now, do you have any wins or successes you'd like to share? Or if you're watching the replay, what are some of your wins and your successes, or some of the good that you want to acknowledge in your life? Feel free to leave a comment at any point in time when you catch this video. So yeah, so I'll just briefly review those different reasons really quick why we don't acknowledge our wins and our successes. One was that we're afraid to shine our light, and we dim our light to make other people comfortable. 2 was you don't have a consistent ritual or a practice to celebrate your wins and acknowledge your wins. And 3 was maybe you don't have a support system to do that, that allows you to be vulnerable to do that. So if you want any of that, I want to invite you to my next live workshop happening this Saturday. It's called How to Manifest Your Desires. We are going to be having an amazing time. It's going to be an intimate group of sisters. I'm going to be sharing 7 tips on how to manifest. And manifest is like manifest and magnetic energy, you know, putting that together. How do we attract that which we desire? We're going to be doing that this Saturday at Resilient Wellness. I will leave the link in the description when I post this video. And also, if you're looking for something on a more longer term basis, my Magnetic Woman Mastermind program is starting on September 20th, and we are going to be diving deep on into our self-care, as well as our purpose and the impact we want to make on the on the world. And we're going to be doing that for 3 months. It's virtual. We do conference calls. We have a private Facebook group, and you get one-on-one coaching with me. And that's starting on the September 20th. If you'd like more information on that, please inbox me your email, and I will send you a full brochure, but I'll also leave the link to the registration. I would love to have you. I would love for you to join. So let me pause. Sissy says, first off, this is a really good topic. Oh, thank you, Monica. My mom's watching. Hey, Mom. Always great words. Awesome. When I'm just saying your next live workshop after this Saturday. When is the next one? So my goal is to do monthly workshops. So every 3rd Saturday of the month, I'm doing workshops until the end of the year. And so I haven't decided what the next topic is going to be for the workshop, but it might be, I'm not sure if we might do vision boards or something else, because then, you know, the new year is starting, and it's getting ready to start. So I like getting ready for the new year before the new year gets here. So we might do something around vision boards, or just really setting a tone for the next year. So yeah, Sissy, I don't know if you're going to be there, if you're going to be able to come, because I know you're coming to visit me soon. Magnetic Woman, I love it. Yes. So yeah, I hope that you all have enjoyed this video, and that if you want, again, I'm going to leave the links to the Magnetic Woman Mastermind, as well as my workshop happening this Saturday. There's only 7 spots available that's left, and I would love for you to join us. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be magnetic. When we come together, first of all, when we come together, whether we be on a phone call or in the room together, powerful things can happen, because we bring out the best in each other. It's not just about me pouring into and sharing all this information or encouragement or whatever it is that I have, my light. It's about the collective energy that comes together in the space to really magnetize and amplify your vision, amplify your self-care, and whatever it is that you want to manifest into your life. So that is what we're going to be diving deep on this Saturday, and I would absolutely love it if you would join us. I'm going to try to work that out. Yes, Sissy. Yes, it's probably a delay in the comments and stuff. But I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a magnificent day. And again, I'm going to go ahead and post those links. Peace, love, and light.